So, second attempt at streaming. Wow. I've got to apologise for the last stream, but it was so hot that day that my phone actually overheated and shut off halfway through the stream. I had no idea where I got up to. I was just talky. So, best I can say is to the couple of people who are actually watching it, I apologise that we dropped out, but there's not much I can do about it when my phone was completely dead. And today is still more than 20 degrees, but it's been raining, so it's definitely not anywhere near as hot as it was. But it's still hot. It's just now humid as well. Certainly not hot enough to kill my phone. The last stream I was talking about work and things that I'm going to be getting into. Like, I'm now somehow getting back into audio and visual production work, filming and recording podcasts, editing them, all the fun stuff. Definitely not hardcore print graphic design like I'm used to. But I've had experience with recording music and all that sort of stuff in the past. Theatre production, stage production, all the fun stuff, light and sound. So it's still within my skill set. But it did bring up memories of all the crazy shit that we used to get up to, filming stuff for college and university courses that required films and short films and all that sort of stuff. Storyboarding everything. All the fun, boring stuff that no one wants to talk about, because you've got to plan everything out well in advance. But it led to me chatting with people about the time we pitched the ABC for a what was it, the late night entertainment cabaret slot, and it was us being stupid, and was like, hey, we'll give it a throw. Like, we don't think anyone's even gonna like consider it, and we'll probably get a cease and desist. Don't send us any more letters, like official go away and never come back sort of stuff. And it was a one-page A4 synopsis of like the show and if you had anyone famous on and stuff like that, which unfortunately we didn't, and that was probably the reason why they would consider it, because the two shows that ended up getting that slot both had no one, like compares hosts, what do you want to call them, MCs, and I did get a fax saying that we weren't going into, like, we weren't progressing from second round into third round, which was the short list of ones that were going to get a pilot. And I'm sitting there going, hang on, they actually considered putting that shit on. And the only way you can describe it probably would be to think of Wayne's World on acid as presented by Marilyn Manson in his early stage persona, like the very early shit that he was doing. Like really just weird arty stuff rather than the creepy stuff that he did later. And to this day, I can't believe anyone would have considered that shit. It was more a collection of comedic skits based around music, but for a large part it was generally TISM on TV was the initial idea that we had as the show. And if you know what TISM are like, it's like a sack full of rabid squirrels. Definitely not safe or intelligent at all worth putting on TV. But hey, someone was willing to put our shit on air. Oh god. It's probably because I could write a pretty good proposal. And I ended up getting quite a few arts grants when I was younger, simply because I could write a really bullshit grant proposal. You don't say you want to nail 3 frozen chickens to a post. You start talking about protesting gross commercialisation of animals and all that sort of stuff as a statement piece. Then suddenly it's like, oh, you're not being an idiot just nailing frozen chickens to a post. It's a whole new thing. And yeah, it's how you frame a story. It's part of what graphic designers, copywriters, advertisers, all that sort of stuff do. We frame a story with a narrative that conveys a message in a much better way than just saying, buy my shit. Because, like, quite frankly, that's not going to convince anyone. No, I wouldn't be convinced. Oh, almost home. It's almost worth me trying to find that old A4 sheet of proposal and just stick it up on my website as a